What's up everybody, below average hiker here, and today we are out at Lake Springfield in Springfield, Missouri, trying to get a couple of quick miles in. Missouri's a okay place to live, except for the fact that the weather just can never make up its mind. It's either 60 degrees in January or it's 29 degrees in March, like it is today. That's what we're struggling with at this point in time. It looks like tomorrow we're gonna dip down into the single digits, get a whole bunch of snow. Actually, the snow starts later tonight. So I'm trying to get a couple of miles in while I have the opportunity. I don't have a lot of time today, but a couple miles is better than nothing. Thanks for joining me today. We're gonna knock these out. I'm gonna talk to you about a couple of things, some updates, some thoughts on another hike tuber, so to speak, and get warmed up real quick, and then we'll get to chatting. Okay. You know, I can't begin to tell you how ready I am for spring to be here. I don't mind the cold weather. Cold weather's fine. It's cold today, and that's fine. I have no issues with that. I feel good about today. It's whenever you bring freezing rain and sleet and ice into the equation, that's where I have a short circuit, because I can handle snow. If it were to dump a foot of snow, that's fine. But it's when it's a eighth of an inch of solid ice, and you can't go anywhere, and you can't do anything. You can't really hike because you'll fall on your face. That's when I have a problem with it, and that's what I'm really sick of right now. We're supposed to have just a little bit more of it this weekend, and maybe next weekend, but then after that, who knows? You know what they say about Missouri: if you don't like the weather, stick around, it'll change. And our weathermen in this area, weathermen and women in this area, they're best. But honestly, it's all guesswork. Missouri's a strange place when it comes to weather. So that's how we're living. Also, we've got spring forward in daylight savings time coming up. I know most people don't like losing an hour of sleep, but I'm really gonna enjoy gaining an hour of daylight so that I can actually go hike after work and not have to try to cram everything in on the weekends, because I do want to spend some time with my kids and my family. So I want to make sure that I'm also putting out these videos on the regular. Having more daylight and better weather will help both of those things. Fingers crossed that things clear up soon. You see a little bit of everything on this trail specifically, because you've got wooded areas, you've got open fields, and residential areas. So for those of you who aren't completely familiar or haven't watched all the videos, there's going to be a dog barking here in a second, so I'm gonna hold off. Told you. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I came too close to your house. I apologize. So as I was saying, if you haven't been keeping up, or you haven't watched all the videos, or you're not sure what's going on or why I'm doing this, I am doing this in preparation to hike a long distance trail near me. Long distance. It's 37 miles. It's called the Buffalo River Trail. Tried it once, failed. Trying it again here in about 10 weeks. So I've got 10 more weeks to whip my butt into shape and be able to effectively backpack this trail. So I started this channel in an effort to document that and hopefully inspire some people. That's a perfect segue into the next thing that I want to talk about. A fellow hike tuber who goes by the name of Second Chance Hiker. This guy's doing something very similar to what I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to lose weight and be in better shape through hiking, which is going great. I'm kind of easing my way into it, but he, on the other hand, is going all out. Like, he's making me look like I'm taking little bitty baby steps compared to what he's doing. He started off at nearly 400 pounds, and as opposed to easing into it, and he said forget that, and he several weeks ago started his through hike of the Pacific Crest Trail, or the PCT. If you don't know what the PCT is, it's one of the three major, really actual long distance through hikes in the continental United States, and it's over 2,600 miles long. This guy decided, you know, if I'm not going to do it the conventional way, I'm going to do it big, right? I'm going to go big or go home. So he has been effectively moving along the Pacific Crest Trail. I think he just dropped episode 12 or 13 of his series. And today I kind of want to share a little bit of my thoughts on what he's doing and kind of the evolution of feelings I've had towards this fine gentleman over the course of watching his videos. When I first heard about him, I was like, wow, that's really cool, you know, having the courage and the bravery to go out there and do this thing, just drop everything that you're doing and and go out and hike a 2,600 mile trail when you're out of shape and with little to no experience. I was envious of this guy to being able to do that. And I started watching some of his videos, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I got legitimately upset at what I was seeing. Not because I thought the guy was dumb for what he was doing or anything like that, but because I felt like he was like legitimately putting himself in danger. Like he kept running out of water, exhausting himself to no end. And at first I was like, this isn't a good idea for you, man. I really don't think that time for you to do that. Hang on, I gotta cross the highway and I think there's a car coming. Anyway, at first I was like, dude, I don't think this is a good idea. I wish you the best, but I really think what you're doing is dangerous. And that was my feeling at first, and I think a lot of other people had the same feeling at first. But then as the episodes progressed and I saw him slowly starting to change and figure out what he was doing and get comfortable with what he was doing and make a real metamorphosis, if you will, into what he wanted to be, the whole while having a fantastic attitude, not breaking down, not showing weakness. He just really embraced what was going on and how he was feeling, and he's done an amazing job so far. I think he just recorded his first 10-mile day, where at first he was just getting 2 and 3 miles at a time. So I don't think he has a scale that he's carrying with him, so the weight I'm not positive on, but I know that he's lost some inches. He's looking thinner as he goes along. So even though I was a bit of a naysayer at first, really came around and saw the value in what this guy was doing, and the inspiration that he brought to me and that he's bringing to other people is just incredible. And I think that he definitely deserves some support and some credit. There have been a lot of people that have really been helping him out, trail angels along the Pacific Crest Trail. There's a guy that I mentioned before, Robot in the Wild, who actually went out and met up with him for a little while he was on the trail and hung out with him for a little bit. He said he's a really nice guy. From everything I can see, this guy is just a genuinely good person who's trying to make a massive change in his life. And I feel really bad for doubting him at first. So, second chance, if you're watching this, I want to apologize for not fully believing in you at first, but please know that now you have my full support, and I encourage everybody that's watching this to go check out Second Chance Hiker. Is doing something that most of us could only dream of having the courage to do, and I'm really, really glad that he's documenting it, because he's been super, super inspiring to me as of late, and I can't wait to watch him celebrate the end of his journey. His goal is to lose 200 pounds while he's on this trail, and I think that if he keeps the same attitude and the same stick-to-itiveness, that he will definitely achieve that goal and be super, super successful. Second Chance, best of luck to you, man. We're all rooting for you. Some of us, it took a little more time to come around than others, but I'm definitely on Team Second Chance now, and I really, really, really hope, and I know that you'll achieve your goals and that you're gonna get to where you want to be with this, and I can't wait to see that success story. So, just one favor to ask, Corey. Please manage your water better. Please. You are scaring the crap out of me, man. Like, I don't know if you need to carry more or what needs to happen. It's really the only complaint that I still have, and that's just out of pure fear for your well-being. But okay, now back to what I'm doing and my preparations for my 37-mile through hike in 10 weeks. I've got 2.5 months to get there. I really need to start training with pack weight. I wear this little pack on pretty much every hike that I go on, just to carry first aid kit, essentials, rain jacket, things like that, camera gear. But I really need to start training with something closer to what my actual pack weight is going to be. So over the next few weeks, I'm probably going to start putting on my pack. I'd like to buy a new pack. The one I got was really cheap and works, but I'd like to get something that's a little more high quality and a little more comfortable. But I'm going to start training with that one, see how it feels, start putting some weight into it and adding some weight into my hikes, so that whenever it comes to my actual hike, that I'll be able to do that with no problem. Between now and then, hopefully, once the weather warms up, I'll be able to do some out and back overnighters to test some gear and do some more conversations with you all about that. But I really am excited for what's to come, especially after watching a guy like Second Chance. If he can do what he's doing and he's rocking it out. So that's my goal as well. Things are going to turn out much better this time than they did last time. And I'm really, really excited about this whole phase 1 journey that we're on right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know sometimes these videos aren't the greatest. I guess the rule of thumb is on YouTube, your first 20 videos are garbage. So I think this is episode 9 or 10. So we're almost halfway there. So thanks for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. If you like what's going on here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it with anybody who will listen. Also, head on over to Instagram and follow me at Below Average Hiker. I'd really appreciate it there. I post a lot of fun and goofy pictures there too. So really appreciate a follow on that. Other than that, I'm gonna show you the rest of this hike, but I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're staying warm. I hope you live in a place where the weather doesn't suck, and if it does, just know that I commiserate with you. This is the best it's been in days right now, and it's still not that great. So let's knock out the rest of this trail. Bryon, I don't know how far you can zoom in without losing a bunch of clarity, but that's just a herd of pelicans, I believe. They look like pelicans. Out there in the middle of the lake. Just hanging out. Flock, herd, I don't know. Wish they'd come closer. I'm sure this camera isn't doing them justice, but once again, thank you all so much for following along. I promise things are going to get much more exciting once the weather gets warm and stays warm. Got some really cool things planned. Going to go see some really awesome places and show you some really cool things. So very excited for all that. So just bear with me for these last few cold weeks. I promise I don't like it any more than you do, but we'll make it through it. We'll survive. We always do. So, once again, this is Below Average Hiker, wishing you a great day and happy hiking. Okay, bye.